Hi, I'm Debbie, founder of the F Cancer Method. Now, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and share this with all the women in your life who need to hear this. So, in today's episode, I'm sharing the everyday habits that could be silently increasing your cancer risk and what to do instead. Now, you'd be shocked if you knew how many toxins you're exposed to before you've even finished your morning coffee. So just think what you do in the morning. You get up, you might jump in the shower, you're using a body lotion, a shower gel, a body lotion when you get out. You might have washed your hair with shampoo, conditioner, and then you're styling your hair, you're putting product on it, hairspray, then there's your makeup. Just think of everything you're putting on your skin, and this is actually getting absorbed into your skin and into your body. Um, think of the perfume that you're spraying on this area, that you're breathing it in. Now, why do you think I've gone grey? When I realised that I was putting all these chemicals on my hair to colour it, it was a no-brainer for me to stop doing that. So then think of your laundry detergent, the candles that you light that smell lovely, but you're actually surrounding yourself in and you're breathing in all those hidden chemicals. It's getting into your body. And things like the chemicals, I mean, you only have to look on the back of the products that you're using. All of those things that you can't pronounce, all of those hidden perfumes, they're disguised as parfum. They're all disrupting your hormones. They are causing inflammation in your body. And over time, that will contribute to disease, including cancer. Now, I'm not here to scare you, but I am here to empower you. Because once you know what's in your environment, you can actually make simple swaps that will literally change the future of your health. So, when you join me in the one-to-one immersion or the F Cancer Method retreat, you'll get to experience all of the toxic-free products that I personally use myself. And even better, I will show you how to make some of them yourself, because this is something that I've got into since losing my mum to cancer, seeing what she went through in her 20-year journey of basically fighting for her life. It changed the future of how I live my life, because I don't want to end up having to suffer the way she did. And if I can prevent a cancer diagnosis myself, and more importantly, empower other women to do the same, then that is what I'm here for. Now, going back many years, I was a marketer's dream. If it looked good, if it smelt good, if it was packaged in, pretty packaging, I would buy it. Now, I had no idea that those same products were laced with synthetic fragrances, parabens, endocrine disruptors that were messing with my hormones. They're messing with my energy levels and slipping over my words here, my body's natural ability to detox. Because our body is designed to heal itself, but it can't do that if we're constantly bombarding it with dangerous chemicals and synthetic fragrances. And what's worse is that these products are legally allowed to be sold, even though research shows that there is a strong link to cancer. So just think, when you're using these products every day, they don't just sit on your skin, they actually get absorbed into your bloodstream. Now, did you know the average woman puts 515 synthetic chemicals on her body every single day? Now, when you've thought, if you've run through what you do in the morning with your shower, getting yourself ready just to step out the door, and the amount of chemicals in each of those products that you're using, it's easy to see how that adds up. And actually, when you're putting things onto your body, when you're breathing things in, 60% of those chemicals are getting absorbed into your body's systems. And your poor liver is working really hard to filter them out. But if you're bombarding it day in, day out, it's going to really struggle. And add to that any unhealthy food you're eating, your stress levels, alcohol that you're drinking, or even down to the lack of sleep. Those toxins are really going to start to build up in your body. They'll lead to inflammation. And when that inflammation gets so bad, you'll end up with chronic inflammation. And that is one of the biggest precursors to disease. And we're talking serious disease, including cancer. And if you can prevent a cancer diagnosis, you will prevent a lifetime of worry, fighting for your life, and everything that my poor mum and many other people have had to endure. And this is my powerful story. So fast forward to now, and I pride myself in not having any inflammation in my body. And that has come through being aware of the toxic chemicals that I was previously using. It's living a healthy lifestyle. It's not eating the foods that will potentially link to a cancer diagnosis. So it's clean living. It's enjoying life. It's knowing what's important. And when you're aware of those products that could lead to a cancer diagnosis and everything in life that can lead to a cancer diagnosis, you're not going to do it. Not when you've witnessed somebody that you love go through the trauma of what they went through. You are going to do everything in your power not to end up in the same way. But there's good news. So this isn't about living in fear or throwing away everything in your house. Although I have to say that I did do that when I knew what the perfume was doing to me, what my beauty products were doing. And actually, when I look back, I used to get an itchy scalp. So the hair products I was using, I actually bought the really well the ones that said would get rid of an itchy scalp. And actually, when I look at those, it just made it worse. So what I did was just strip back to a simple shampoo that had no fragrances in it, and my itchy scalp disappeared. But then I realized that those products that I was using, not only were they just causing irritation to my scalp, they were full of chemicals. They were full of synthetic fragrances. And you think of what you're putting on your hair, getting into your body. You know, this is where your brain is, and everything gets moved around the body. So when I learned all of this, I actually bagged up all of my pretty soaps and lotions, and I was a sucker for pretty packaging. I put them all in a bag. I advertised them as, anybody want this free bag full of toxic chemicals? And you know what? I was mortified when one of my neighbours actually wanted to buy, well, I was giving them away for free. And she came and collected them. And yeah, even though I'd said they were full of harmful chemicals. But like I say, you don't have to clear out your cupboards. It's more about the awareness and making informed choices in the future. So start simple. Now, when you run out of a regular product, don't just go back and buy the same thing you always buy without considering, have a look on the label. Is it full of perfumes? Is it full of chemicals? Now, just think about each product that you use when you go to buy a replacement. So if you're using an antiperspirant, swap it for a natural unperfumed deodorant. And the key here is you want one without aluminium. You shouldn't be putting aluminium anywhere near your breast tissue. When you go to buy a new body lotion, choose something without synthetic fragrances. Now, I used to have a lot of hand cream. My hands were really dry. And when I changed my product to one that had no chemicals in it, no synthetic fragrances, I no longer needed hand cream. And it was more actually the soaps. It was the soaps that were drying out my hands because of the products that they included, which meant I needed hand cream. So once I'd switched my soap to one that didn't include chemicals and ingredients that actually dry out your hands, even though they're sold to us that they're moisturizing, then I no longer needed the hand cream. So I now use natural products. I make a lot of my own, and I use essential oils as the natural fragrances. And not only do they fragrance, they actually work with the body on a cellular level. So things like chemical air fresheners, I was a huge fan of plug-ins, and that probably contributed massively to the regular headaches I was getting. So when you join me, I am creating the F Cancer Method Retreat. The first thing you'll notice as you walk through the door will be the wonderful welcoming aroma. And this won't come from a plug-in. This will come from a diffuser with pure essential oils that will actually connect to your senses and support your body in ways that you will never believe, but I will teach you. Other things to think about are choosing glass over plastic wherever you can, because plastic contains harmful chemicals and they can leach into your foods, especially when they're heated. So remember this when you're popping a ready meal into the microwave, and what is it you're actually eating, as well as all the chemicals in that processed food. You're likely to be eating or bombarding your body with microplastics that your body just cannot digest and get rid of. So every small swap, and they can be small swaps, especially in the beginning, but this will help to reduce that toxic overload that is going on inside you, and your body will certainly thank you for it. So for me, the biggest change came when I realised that my headaches, my hormonal issues, and the digestive problems weren't actually random, and they weren't hereditary either. Now, I used to blame my dad's side for my migraines, my mum's side for my wind. But once I removed toxic products and switched to cleaner living, my symptoms just disappeared. I no longer get migraines. I sleep so much better. I have much more energy and far less wind. And the best part, my home smells better than ever. And we're not still talking about wind. We're talking about the natural fragrances from essential oils, the natural products that I'm using rather than the chemical laden products, because it's clean, it's natural, it's real. So the truth is, prevention starts in your bathroom, it's in your kitchen, it's in your laundry room, long before it ever reaches the doctor's surgery. So talking of laundry, I used to buy my laundry products based on the smell. I'd open the top and smell it. If I liked the smell, I'd buy it. If it had pretty flowers on the front, it was a pretty colour, that just sold it to me even more. I didn't realise that the laundry, when I was washing my clothes, the smell I was carrying all day, I was breathing in. So I was breathing in those synthetic fragrances. Those chemicals in the products were sitting on my body and getting absorbed into my system. I could even smell, or once I've stopped using synthetics in my home, and I can smell a synthetic fragrance a mile away. Walk past a Lush store and it just makes me feel sick. And I remember being in a gym class and I could smell the fabric conditioner on the woman next to me. And to me, it smelt so artificial. And I thought she probably doesn't even notice herself because she's so used to it, but she's breathing that in every day. Her family, her children, even the pets in her home, they're all breathing in those synthetic fragrances, those chemicals that are disrupting her hormones, her body, leading to inflammation and potentially leading to harmful illness in the future. So remember, your health is your responsibility and it's also your superpower. Now, I can't remember the last time I visited the doctor's surgery because I empower myself with the knowledge of how to eliminate the things in my life that are going to lead me to illness. So, if you want to know exactly where to start, which swaps to make first, and how to support your body as your body detoxes all those nasties you've been taking in up to now, I teach all of this inside my one-to-one and immersion experiences, or join the F Cancer Method retreat, because this is where the series that I'm talking about will be brought to life. You'll immerse yourself in everything that we talk about. Prevention doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to start now. So remember to subscribe. And if you're keen to join the F Cancer Method retreat, which will be held in Mallorca every year, be sure to join my mailing list. Follow me on Instagram or drop a comment below. And don't forget to share this with all of the women in your life, your friends, your family, your work colleagues, because everybody needs to know this important message. So join me next time where I will be continuing to educate you and empower you on cancer prevention.